Hello, hello, audience. This is Andreas Pop Culture Guy. Great intro for that. Today is the latest Andreas Pop Culture retrospective slash review. It is on Memento, the 2000 film directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Guy Pearce, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Joe Pantoliano. And of course, it's the 25th anniversary of Memento, so it's a good time to review this iconic film and the one that got Nolan in Hollywood for the most part. So let's get into it. So, a brief summary of this film, and you haven't seen the film last 25 years. How dare you? Here it is. Leonard Shelby, played by Guy Pearce, is a man with with no short-term memory. He hasn't been able to form new memories since the night of his wife was murdered. Now he's on the hunt to find the murderer, but with no way of remembering names, dates, place, facts, and faces. Instead, he tattoos himself with memories of his search. When someone knows his name, he checks the Polaroids to see if he knows them. Does he like this person? Does he trust this person? Is this the killer? He doesn't know unless he scribble a note. Wow. So I seen this film like a couple times because I know I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan, as you guys know. I've done a couple things in his films, like of course the Dark Knight trilogy. Last year, exception another my first favorite Nolan. I did the 10th anniversary for that. I did Interstellar's 10th anniversary. So big fan of Christopher Nolan, and Memento is his best work. I mean, not fun. I mean, it's so iconic, and this is a unique and well-crafted tale that is top-notch thriller packed with suspense, and excellent like characterization of the characters and the style of storytelling, which means the reviewer has to use his or her brain for a change, which is shocking. Unsurprisingly, seems to have been has it been well has it uh been seen by a lot of people as one of the best, if not the best films of 2000, which I agree. Now, Guy Pearce, who plays the main protagonist, Leonard, is outstanding in the leading role. He has developed a short-term memory loss syndrome since the her accident that brought up, which means he cannot remember anything for longer than 20 minutes. And in how you say interferals. Thus, he's forced to tattoo clues on his body and takes photos to remind himself of his quest, as stated. And he is, as the reason he's doing this, because he's hunting for the man who had murdered his wife and kill him for good. The film is constructed in a way that is told in such a way that you're constantly put into the shoes of Leonard. Now, the performances here are all fantastic. Guy Pearce, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Joe Pantoliano, as I mentioned, all deliver a terrific performance with some of the most original material I've seen in years. I think this Inception comes close as the most original films I've seen ever. This film grabs your brain and won't let go. It's twists and turns, and just when you think you got things figured out, Nolan wipes the rug out from under your feet, and you are left totally involved and struggling with the creating some sense of closure out of the infinite loop of the film's structure. This film is well made, all the way around from the direction to the editing, and especially the unique story that is rarely found in Hollywood these days. That's very true. And such, Memento is a brilliant, conceived, executed work of art that has its audience literally at their wits' end, just like the film's main character or protagonist, trying to understand it all. The great debate of either the Teddy version of the truth at the end is really the truth is sympathetic of the symbolic of the director Christopher Nolan as a purposeful craftsmanship. The very fact that we are uncertain throughout the most of the film as to the contents of Leonard Shelby's actions as Leonard himself signifies that Nolan has succeeded in not just telling us Leonard's story, but allowing us to know what it is like to be Leonard. This allows the film to work at a much deeper, almost subconscious level, uh, scarcely achieved on the film itself. You can debate endlessly either the final summary of Defense of the Truth is true. You can argue both sides. Either Leonard killed his wife or invented Sammy Jenkins out of thin air. In any of those, in these are open questions. In the end, there are no definitive answers. In fact, in the end, any answer is possible. Just choose the one that sits best in your mind, which is true. That make the truth make sense. Because of that, this is what the show is all about. It's about a man who can remember who he is, but not what he has done. And to that extent, is it a perfect postmodern critique? We are often forced to act without, say, sufficient information. The exhalating rush of our lives sends us headlong into our present without full consideration of where we've been. And on the level, Memento provides a bold, compelling narrative that connects literally every person. It's a mirror image of our divided selves. The genius thing about this film is that it starts at the end. Letter begins in the film by killing the man responsible and goes back to the beginning. It was pretty rare to do that, or pretty skeptical how this could work. But Christopher Nolan has done himself very proud, or done very well, by making it a non-linear format. The style of the storytelling revolves one scene ending and the next scene finishing at the beginning of the previous one. Confusing at first, but don't worry, as Nolan takes things slowly, giving the viewer time to get used to the method before hitting them with two-faced characters, plot twists, and some tense situations. The film is extremely suspenseful in that you really get inside Leonard's head and can sympathize with his plight and unusual story makes for a lot of interesting situation ideas. On top of this, there's a breath taking surprising twist ending, or is that the beginning? Which awards the reviewer for watching as good as any I've seen before in my reviewing of movies in my channel. This film is technically excellent. The supporting cast is great. Seek it out, please. And happy 25th anniversary, Memento. Thank you everyone for listening to this retrospective slash review on the 25th anniversary of Memento. I hope you enjoyed this. There's going to be more. So have a good day. Hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. Ciao.